Hello. Hi there. We're gonna get 30 minutes in on this live. Hopefully, at least it's raining, but that's okay. That's okay. Because we walk any kind of way. The only thing about walking when it's raining is your phone getting wet. Because even when you got a protective sleeve, you don't want it getting wet. So that's the only thing about it. And I need a new sleeve. I need a new sleeve. I worn out my sleeve because I use my sleeve when I'm working out. Like not just not the little walks, but when I'm working out in the mornings. Sometimes it gets hot, and it's not really even that hot. It's just those sheets are good, but you get condensation. If you stay, you take a minute to take it out. It's almost like it's not doing any good. So you have to get one of those devices where you kind of like latch and click on your phone to keep it from getting wet. And those are they're not heavy, but I don't like moving around with that on. So I gotta buy, maybe I can use that outside. That's probably better outside. I can use that one outside for the days that it rains. And thank you for that thumbs up, whoever that is. I appreciate you. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Professional, personalized disclaimer. Do not do anything that you hear me say over here or see me do. If you do, you do so at your own risk. Please, please, always, always consult, contact, talk with, converse with, have a conversation with your primary healthcare provider, be that your doctor, your nurse practitioner, your physician's assistant. If you've had injuries in the past, your physical therapist, occupational therapist, your nutritionist, your dietitian, your psychologist, your psychiatrist, okay? Your specialty doctors, your personal trainer, your fitness coach, your motivational person, whoever that may be, they're all members of your healthcare team, okay? And make sure that the lines of communication are open between you and them and between each of them, all right? Hey, Betty. Rudy with autism. It's 7:02 p.m. Central where you are. That's good to know. You're in the States then. If you're on Central Time, you're in the States. How you doing, Betty? Welcome. Thank you for coming into the live. Thank you for leaving a comment. Thank you for saying hello. So we're walking in a little bit of rain today. Just a little bit of rain today. It started to rain last night. First there was thunder and lightning. That went on for about 30 minutes. No rain. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. That went on for about 30 minutes. No rain. Then the rain came in, y'all. So it was just enough time for us to get it in. Betty says, doing good, hanging out in here. Thank you, Betty. I appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate you hanging out in here. And hey, baby. Got some little kids outside just getting home. Got some little kids outside just getting home, y'all. And like I said, when you're out here, listen at the birds. They're loud. You just never know what you're going to get, right? Never know what you're going to get, like a box of chocolate, okay? Of course, you're in nature. You're going to hear the birds chirping, singing, conversing, whatever they're doing. And we're going to hear the laughter and the sound of kids doing their thing. Listen, you're going to hear all types of sounds in nature, even the sounds that are man-made sounds. The fire trucks, the police cars, the Hopefully we don't hear many of those. The helicopters, the airplanes. Listen, sometimes those sounds can be relaxing. Now, whenever we hear the helicopters and the not the helicopters, but the ambulance and things like that, you know, whoever they're going to, hopefully things turn out good, right? Things turn out good, because you hate to hear those sounds. So we're gonna probably do like another 25 minutes, and it might be dark by then. It should be dark by then, but y'all know we'll walk at night, okay? We walk at night. We don't discriminate. Rain, sunshine, a little snow. We don't discriminate. We walk with it all. We walk in it all. Until it gets too heavy. Until it gets too heavy. Don't be out there walking in weather, inclement weather, when it's dangerous. Or when you know you have health issues, joint issues, and things like that you know that are affected by the weather. That's like the weirdest and the craziest. That's kind of like the dumbest thing I've seen. Okay, you're walking out there in that weather and you got joint issues or other issues that the weather directly impacts. Stay inside. Walk around your home, the biggest room of your home, right? Walk around the perimeter of your home if you just got to get outside. Okay, but don't get out there in inclement weather, trying to exercise in inclement weather. That's like that's I mean, I don't even know words for that other than no sense, you know. But yeah, we will walk in rain, a little bit of rain. We might get caught in a heavy rain, okay? But when we get caught in the heavy rain, we're trying to make our way inside. Y'all hear that music? Yeah, hear that music? We're going to speak over the music. We're going to talk over the music, okay? We're going to talk over the music. We can't drown it out, but hopefully we can interfere, you know, cause a little static. Cause a little bit of static. Maybe we can talk, we can walk and talk. If you can walk and talk, that's a great sign of your fitness level. But listen, the important part is what? The walking. The important part is the walking. And when you got to stop, we march over here when we stop. He got bass, y'all. He got bass. Yeah, bass. Hold on. The dog is barking. I'm talking. Hopefully we cover up that bass, but I don't know. So we gonna cover up for a minute. Okay, y'all. Okay. He was trying to get the car straightened out, and he was doing all types of maneuvering. All right. All types of maneuvering. So he was trying to get the car straightened out. But of course, don't be out here in inclement weather. If you're healthy, you're completely healthy. You don't need to be out here in weather. You know what? The worst colds, oh my gosh. And I won't necessarily say the worst for everybody, but a lot of people will tell you that the worst cold is when it's hot, okay? When you catch a cold when it's hot. And listen, a lot of people, you know, they say that the cold air isn't what gives you the cold, but the cold makes your body adjust. It makes your vitals have to quickly adjust. That slippage, that short span of your body adjusting, your immune system gets compromised, okay? Even when you're healthy. And anybody has the potential to catch a summer cold. Anybody. Okay, I don't need you to keep announcing the time. We're gonna, I don't know, you might be trying to make times for a reason. What the heck? We know you're in the States. But yeah, it compromises just for a little bit. Your body has to quickly adjust. That's why things like those ice baths aren't good for everybody. They definitely aren't good for people with certain health issues, but just an average person. Okay? Just an average person may not need to jump themselves in a cold barrel of ice. All right? That ain't good for everybody. It's not good for everybody. And even if you do it on a regular basis, it's not something that you should do too regularly. Too regularly. Some people, they feel like that offers great health benefits. And it does. It does to a degree. To completely healthy people. But you can be completely healthy and it can just kind of not be good for you too. So be careful with those hot ice. I mean, not those hot, but those cold ice baths. Cold is good. Cold is good. Cold water is good for you. But be careful with those cold baths where you just jump. You go from your regular body temp to those, listen, 32 below, like instantly. Don't do that often. Don't do that often. Don't do that often. Yeah, don't do that often. But to do it periodically, yes, it's good. And it's very rejuvenating, refreshing. And like I said, cold ice has benefits, okay? But you gotta know what you're doing, know how to do it, know when to do it, know when not to do it. All right, know when not to do it. So whatever you guys are doing, I hope that you have done your cardiovascular aerobic activity for today. Some type of cardiovascular aerobic activity, exercise. Be it walking, skipping, jumping, hopping, running, jogging, playing kickball, playing football, basketball, with your neighbors, with your children, with the kids in the neighborhood, your nieces and nephews, by yourself. It doesn't matter. Just get up and get out and do something. Get up, get out and get something, okay? Okay? A lot of people have been getting rain. And listen, the rain has been working working this magic on those allergens, okay? Thank you for those thumbs up. I appreciate you. Has been working this magic on those allergens. Thank you guys for the thumbs up. As you always know, I always say, the thumbs are great, and I greatly appreciate them. But as someone out here on the live doing content, I appreciate it when you, hey Azrael, not only thumb me up, but comment, like, subscribe if you have not subscribed. And once you subscribe, tap that notification bell. When you tap that bell, select all so that you'll be notified each and every time I upload a short or a video or when I go live. I don't do too many video uploads, okay? I'm mostly a shorts channel that goes live almost every evening, unless we're on vacation or unless the day is just so busy and we're overwhelmed. Hey, Azrael, welcome into the live. And remember, walking is free, but so is jogging, running, skipping, hopping, dancing, walking in place, marching. Once you've made the purchase, your stationary bike, your bicycle, your treadmill, your mini stepper, your walking pad, your elliptical, those things are free because though they weren't completely free, you made that one-time payment for a long-term investment, okay? Okay? You got, congratulations, Azrael. Congratulations. What you over there? What you been doing? You listen, because you've been busy. I be seeing you, Azrael. I see you. You're busy. I see you over there doing your thing, Azrael. Congratulations. I'm going to do a shout out to Azrael on the community wall, congratulating him. There's another content creator that hit a milestone. Missy Cooking on a Budget. I think that's her name. I want to say it the right way. I know it's Missy. Okay? I know it's Missy. She hit a milestone as well. She hit her 1K subs. So I think now she's working on her watch time hours, okay? Congratulations, Azrael. Congratulations, Missy. Missy is a great supporter. She's not often in the chat at all, but let me tell you something. What do I say? There's so many ways to support, not just one. That's why I don't harp on the thumbs up. You're not going to hear me beating up the chat. Thumbs up the live. Thumbs up the live. Y'all don't like me. Y'all, I'm not going to do that. Because the fact that they're there is helping you. It's helping you. So, I mean, you can thumbs up. You can just watch. Okay? But if I know you and I drop in your chat, I do expect for you to at least say hello. Like, that takes like, what, 2 seconds? So if you're really there, 2 seconds. Like 2 seconds. But there are a plethora of things that you can do. A plethora of things that you can do. Thumbs it up. Like it. Comment. Subscribe. All right, subscribe. 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 There is so much that you can do. Leave a comment during the replay. And whether you're here at the beginning, the middle, or the end, as long as you're here at my live at some point, you've shown me a degree of support. Okay, and I appreciate that. Azra says, but start May 12 until May 29th, I want rest from content. You're going to get you some rest? That's understandable. That's understandable, Azra, to get you some rest. That is definitely understandable. Getting you some rest. Hold on, I got to get something. Yeah, I got to get something. I got to get something. I got to get my hand on something. All right. I got my hands on it. I got my hands on it. Because, y'all, when you're walking, make sure that you're being careful. All right? Careful. Keep your head on a swivel, okay? Pay attention to your surroundings. The front, back, each side. Diagonally, cat corner, however you want to put it. Always pay attention to your surroundings, to the people, to events going on around you when you're walking. And I think my voice was already a different right now. Your voice? What? What do you mean, Azra? Because you're getting older? Because you're growing up? What do you mean? Your voice is getting different. Because you're growing up? Do you mean because you're growing up? I bet it is getting different, Azra. I bet it is getting different. And again, motivate yourself, okay? Motivate yourself. Whatever it is that you want to do, that you want to start doing, don't look for another person to motivate you, right? You know what you need to do. You know what you want to do. You know the things that you would like to do. So, as children or as teenagers, young adults like Azra, I don't mind motivating them. I don't mind saying that. But these grown folks, not no more, motivate yourself, okay? You're grown. Motivate yourself. Let those who you truly know and who truly know and love you be your motivation. I learned on these apps, it ain't what it is to be another adult's motivation. That ain't what it do. They become obsessive, possessive, and a little bit weird, strange, and crazy. Single white black females, single white black male acting kind of behavior. So, adults, motivate yourself. All right? My goal is to motivate youth. Motivate yourself. Now, if you started to do something, if you've embarked on a journey, I don't mind giving anybody encouragement. You could be 100 years old, you could be a 1-year-old. I don't mind encouraging anybody because I feel like when I encourage you, you've already made the first step, right? You've already made the first step. So I know that motivating and encouraging, they're synonymous, but for me, that's the slight difference. You know, even synonyms have slight differences, right? Interpretations of what they mean. You can interpret them a little bit differently, though they're similar. And I just feel like I like encouraging people who have already gotten started, who have already been motivated. Because sometimes you could be motivated to do something, y'all, and then you can kind of slack off. The motivation gets a little shaky. You're not quite as motivated as you once were, but you've at least started. You just slowed down. So I feel like I like encouraging people to continue, to get past the slow down, get past the hump, get over the hump, under the hump, around the hump, however you have to get beyond that hump. That's what I like to do, encourage them to do that. However they have to get beyond the hump, I want to encourage them to get beyond the hump. All right? That's what I like to do. Encourage them to get beyond the hump. Because, I ain't in that business of motivating no grown folks. No more. Unless they are the ones I know, truly know and love, that I can touch, that I can deal with, that I know them. I know their behaviors. They know my behaviors. I know what they tolerate and what they don't tolerate. They know what I tolerate and what I don't tolerate. You have to remember, It's not the world, it's the people in the world. It's the same thing applies to apps. It's not the apps, it's the people. Now, the apps do have their rules, regulations, and guidelines. Sometimes we get a little mad about the way they, enforce or don't enforce them. But if people acted okay, there would be no need to enforce, right? So it's just like when we say the world knows the people. So the apps know it's the people, okay? It's the people. It's the people. You don't know each other. You can see someone appear to be nice, kind. But how do you know somebody is sweet? I hear so often people will be like, oh, she's so sweet. Yeah, from what you see on here. What you see on here. And see, and oftentimes it's like, don't put labels on people you don't know. That's another thing. I hate when people put labels because you really don't know that person. And as soon as something not go your way, then the person is a whole different label, right? But you had no business labeling them anyway because you don't know them. So be careful with labeling people. The same way you have to be careful with stereotyping people. People be peopling. People are who they are, not who you wish them to be. All right? People are who you are, not who you wish them to be. And sometimes certain actions will draw reactions from those people. Sometimes those reactions are not so much equal. You know, they say actions draw opposite and equal reactions. They may be opposite, but not always so equal. All right. So, again, as I always say, these apps, I think, were meant to do exactly what that Copyright 107 says. Entertainment, informational, educational purposes only. Right? Entertainment, educational, informational purposes only. But boy, oh boy, when you throw in that brown thing called a penny drives people crazy. It doesn't matter if it's gonna just be like 5,000 pennies per month. It drives people crazy. It drives people crazy. So I hope you guys had a wonderful week. I hope that you have plans to enjoy yourself this weekend, starting today, starting right now, starting tonight. Friday is the window into the weekend, right? It's the door that opens into the weekend, okay? So make sure that you get out and enjoy yourself. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you. Again, I will say thank you from time to time, but as you guys know, and if you don't know, you'll know, I do not badger people about thumbsing up the live. They're here, right? You're here. So you're supporting. You're watching. Even if you're not really even watching and you're just listening, you're supporting. You're letting it play. Whether it's a minute, 2, 5, 15, the beginning, the middle, the end. I appreciate that. I appreciate the subscribers who do that. I appreciate the moderators, the content creators who come through. Everybody, the same people don't come through every day, but when they come through, right? I appreciate the app, YouTube. See, you just never know. A lot of things that you can say spark other people to. I got somebody now who really can't stand me hollering they appreciate YouTube. Ain't that something? People be peopling, buddy. I tell you, people be peopling. And after you get over the initial pissed offation of it, it becomes funny. It becomes funny. And listen. Support yourself. Like I say, motivate yourself. Support yourself. Do the things that you need to do that are conducive. If you're a content creator, do the things that you need to do that are conducive to growing your channel. Hopefully positive things, informative things, educational things. But as far as watching for people, because the main people that always scream about support, they don't. They don't. So I'm starting to see a lot of people not even think about that or not even focus on that anymore, and that's a good thing. Because the main ones that talk about supporting, they don't, right? And they say they do it this way or that way. Well, if you don't know that, you don't know that. So you don't show up for them, right? The only way for you to know is to at least say hello, hi. You may stay there for however long it takes for you to say that. At least you stop by. But to say, I saw it, well, I don't know that. So when I have a day when I'm talking about I'm not going to do this and I'm not going to do that, don't get offended because you ain't doing it. right? The only way for me, for Azra to know that I watch, is for me to at least say hi during the live and keep doing whatever I got to do during the day, because we have to multitask. People be busy. Or I catch the little replay and say, if it's the beginning even, just the first 1 minute, say hi, something. But just to sit there and watch them and then later on say, oh, I be seeing, nah. We're not Houdini, we can't see that. That would take magic of some sort. So just remember, it's not the app, people. Enjoy the app as much as you can. Move around, okay? Go into different areas. Don't just stay in one area, because when you stay in one area a lot, that's what YouTube is gonna show you a lot, right? If you like drama, if you're in drama a lot, they're gonna show you a lot of drama. Now, if you like it a little bit, but you put, more than one egg in the basket, then that's how they're gonna treat you. They're gonna show you more than one egg, right? Think of Easter eggs, different colors, right? If all you got is blue, if you set up a table and all you got is blue, all the next person has is red, all the next person has is green, and you got two other people with multiple colors, I promise you the bag with the basket or the box with the multiple color of eggs, multicolored eggs, they're gonna get away quickly. Unless the person just loves the color blue, okay? And when it comes to something like that, listen, they don't even have to go through and try to pick out the blue, because they do have somebody on the other end of the table with blue. But what I'm saying is, when you get tired of blue, because sometimes even if blue is your favorite color or red is your favorite color, when you get tired of it, you go in your closet, that's like all you're gonna see, with very little variations, with very little differences. The variety is like, okay? So, if you go to 10 drama channels, and you get 100 notifications a day, there are probably gonna be 100 negative notifications. But if you place a little variety on it, you vary it up, you're gonna get a multitude of notifications of different things. How you doing? That's what you're gonna get. That's what you're gonna get. And then when you say, oh, I'm tired of the drama, guess what? When you tap on the app, it's still gonna be there, because that's the only place you've been. So, information, educational, entertainment purposes only. Move around, move around, move around. Shop for variety. Shop for variety. Do some variety shopping, okay? Move around. Like I tell you to keep moving every day. Keep moving, keep moving. Work that body, work that body. Make sure you don't hurt that body. Work your body, work your body. Make sure you don't hurt your body. Work your body, work your body. Don't overexert your body, okay? Trying to live up to the Joneses or the Thomases or this content creator, that content creator. Even when you're trying to take notes from the things that they say and you try to regurgitate them, you're not going to sound, your flow is not going to be right. You're not going to sound right. All right? I just told you guys what? That your synovial cavities create your synovial fluid, right? That's like when you need an oil change, right? When that oil gets bad, it doesn't lubricate as well. It gets chunky and brown, Tell me why I hear this same scenario. I hear this same correlation again this morning. Actually, this afternoon. Creativity has gone out the window when it comes to full-grown adults. I tell you, with apps, if your goal is to make more money, to get more subscribers, creativity goes out the window. If I see someone doing something I really love and I think, damn, that's great, and I'm going to take a cue from them, you can best believe whoever supports them won't feel like I'm trying to duplicate, replicate, or imitate them. Because I'm going to definitely make sure that it's totally different. I'm going to take a cue, but I'm going to put so many spins on it So you'll probably still even notice it, but you won't feel like you're in the same spot. You're in the same place, listening to the same person. Because if I'm saying basically the same thing every day, and then 2 or 3 others out of this chat in the past are trying to repeat those same things, that's not going to work out well. They say that there's enough for everybody. That's true. So if there's enough for everybody, do your own thing. And if you take cues from people, put spins on them, so that that person can feel like it's a compliment, not a theft. So when you take cues from people, make sure that when they see it and they know that you got it from their channel, their chat, or their whatever, put some creativity on it so that they can be proud to see it and know that they influenced you and not feel like you just stole something. They won't feel like it's a theft. Yeah, because May 3rd, May 3rd is your birthday? Well, your birthday has passed. How old were you, Azra? 16? Y'all listen to those birds. Like there are a lot of them just bouncing around in the grass. Okay? Just bouncing around in the grass, having a good old time. Listen to the birds. I thought so, Azra. And you've been over there just gaming and doing all kinds of things, just growing. Continue to grow, Azra. Continue to grow. Okay? That's what I want to do. Tell a young person to continue to grow. All right? A young person. A young adult. A kid. Not some old rusty adults who should already know how to, find their way into doing things, especially something as simple as the internet. Something as simple as apps. Okay? When I tell you young people, teenagers, young adults, the youth, they know what it's about. They know what it's about. And they definitely deserve their props, because those old enough to be their parents and even grandparents, man, these apps make them feel like they're back in high school. So when they fall short at home, or like they did when they were in school some type of way, or when people made them feel away in school, now they're on these apps and you can't really see them for real, even if you can see them. Man, they get attached to you and they go crazy. They get attached to your channel, to your platform, to your page, whatever you have, whatever social media platform that you're on, and they go crazy. And if you guys will notice, it's always the mess in the 40-plus age group. What the hell? Azra 15 over there doing his thing, having a blast, having a ball. All right? Because he knows what social media is all about. They're not really focusing on money. That's the thing with the 40-plus. Getting close to retirement. Well, some of them want to make a career change, and they feel like this is the money. And it doesn't take rocket science to know that this isn't the money, okay? This isn't the money, so stop backstabbing, stop thieving and stealing and all this stuff. This isn't the money. It's the fun. It can be the money. It can be the money, but that's when you go about things the right way. That's when you go about things the right way, because what's for you is for you. Like I say, people like to say it's enough for everybody. Yeah, there is enough money for everybody to be made. But at the same time, what's for you is for you. What's not is not. You're looking for success on YouTube and your success may be on TikTok. You're looking for success on TikTok and your success may be on Instagram. But you latch on to certain people on certain platforms, and you get so headstrong and so too stubborn to release and let go that you miss something somewhere else that may really be for you, may be conducive to you making that coin or that dollar that you're trying to make, or get that monetization that you're trying to obtain. What I have learned through YouTube is that most people who become the most successful on here, a lot of them, I won't say all of them, but a lot of them weren't even trying. They weren't even trying. The others were creative. They took cues, they took little nuggets from here and there, that one and this one, but they were creative enough to not look like a thief. And some people are just all over the place. They're just all over the place. And it's real funny how they will annoy and bother certain content creators, but others they won't. Something as simple as your subscriber count can make them cling on to you, and you don't have a person in the chat. Something like the chat can make a person cling on to you, and your subscriber count is like 10. But whatever it is that gives you that huge chat, so that means you got a lot of people watching and not many subscribers. So whatever that is, sometimes people will cling on to that. Happen to see your channel, they have like 50, 60, 100 or more people. They only got 10 subscribers. They're going to try to watch you keep coming back and see what is it that maybe you're not getting subscribers, but you're getting people watching. They're going to start to imitate you, try to imitate you, try to duplicate you, try to replicate you. They can't get your DNA, right? Your DNA is your DNA. If you see a big subscriber count, if they see a big subscriber count, not many people in the chat, they're still going to come to your chat and figure, there's something, even if it was one thing, I got to figure out what it was that he or she did. People 40 and up, not all, but many are crazy. How crazy, how crazy. I ain't gonna lie, mostly women, but there are a few tender men too. A few tender men too. So whatever you do on this app or any other app, just do it and keep moving. Like we talk about over here, when we're talking about exercising and your cardiovascular aerobic activity, which I hope that you guys have done for an hour today. If not an hour, at least 30 minutes. All right. See, the steps say 20. It went away. The steps say 20 something. K. It's not about the number of steps. It's about the intensity. All right. The energy that you use, because you can have 20K steps and barely use any energy, right? So quit worrying about the numbers of steps. Be glad that you can step, okay? Receive the blessing that it is that you can step. But worry about your intensity. Your intensity. Worry about improving your stamina, your endurance, your overall fitness. They say that what? Your health is your wealth? Y'all know over here in Lions Pride, I say that your health and fitness are your wealth. Because you can be completely healthy. But what is your fitness level? How's your stamina? How's your endurance? Right? Do you opt for the elevator every time you go into a building? Do you opt for the closest park when you go grocery shopping? Listen to yourself as you're walking and talking. How do you sound? Be honest with yourself, okay? How do you sound? Because some people think, as long as I'm doing it, I'm gonna get it. Sis, bro, focus on the walking. Focus on the walking. And hopefully your stamina will improve, your endurance will improve, and your fitness level will improve. And then you can start to walk and talk comfortably. Or even sing, like old girl tried to do after she heard me singing over the noise. You hear that motorcycle? We know we can't sing over it, but we can try to tamper it down, can't we? So now it's gone. Now it's gone. So be grateful for what you can do. Meet yourself where you are. Meet yourself where you are. Meet yourself where you are. Remember, M&M over here, moderation and modification. Moderation, modification. You can modify your exercises. If the doc says do 2 sets of 12 and that's uncomfortable, he doesn't mind you doing 2 sets of 8, 2 sets of 6. Modify. You can also modify your diet. Change your diet. Change your diet up some. So you can modify your exercises and you can modify your diet. Moderation in what you eat. If you love sweets and you're not a dieting type of person, or you really just, there's a particular sweet or a couple of sweets that you love, think moderation. You know you're not going to let it go. Be honest with yourselves until you can let it go. Moderation is key. Right? Moderation is key. Exercising. You haven't been doing it for a year or two. Maybe this is the first time you started. Don't go out there and overexert yourself and then end up discouraging yourself because you tried to do 5 days and then you were exhausted over the weekend and then you won't do it again. Right? Moderation. Even your exercises, moderation. And work your way up. Work your way up. So we do M&Ms over here. Right? We got all kinds of acronyms over here. That's how I like to make my walk and talks different. But of course, as with that, you're starting to hear that too from the same 3 or 4 birds that, come over here and watch me and don't drop down, but they go to their channels and say the exact same thing, or they try to. And a lot of times it just does not sound very educational. That's why we keep it light over here. That's one reason I keep it light, because you never know who you're reaching. You could be reaching the masses. You may have 5 people in your chat. 100 people may see the video. So I keep it mild, keep it light, because I have seen that people will scoop up everything that you say. And once that they know that you've realized that that's what they're doing, they'll try to change it up. But they're putting out a lot of, even when it's not misinformation, it just doesn't sound right. It doesn't flow. It doesn't sound like they know. You can Google. Google is your friend. You got to make sure that you get to the reputable sources, though, the right sources, the correct sources. But Google can be your friend. But one thing about it, if you have not been formally educated, trained, received clinical rotations, be careful of what you're putting out to people. And be careful of the things that you're repeating that you hear other content creators say. All right? I sat there and said something that was just so layperson yesterday. Your synovial fluid lubricates the joints. Your joints have cavities, synovial cavities. Those cavities create synovial fluid. The more you move, the more fluid it creates. Now, that's not for everybody, because sometimes people have certain issues, right? But I don't know a healthcare provider who won't tell you that, to the best of your ability, move as much as you can, but don't overdo it, especially when you have certain issues. Well, I said that yesterday, and I said it can be like your car having oil, right? Not only does it have oil, it has transmission fluid. It helps to lubricate the transmission. It has brake fluid, right? And you go get those things checked out when needed. All you got to do to try to help your fluid is to just kind of move. Just don't overdo it. Know your limits. Know your limits and stick with your limits. Start where you are. Stay where you are until you gradually improve. Okay? So your cavities, your synovial cavities create synovial fluid. That synovial fluid lubricates your joints. You listening, sis, so you can get it right? Okay? The more you move, the more you make. Now, there is a such thing as, too much, but we're not going to go into that, okay? We're not going to go into that detail, because over here in Lions Pride, we do not, professionally, medically, clinically, assess, diagnose, treat, or evaluate anyone. We just drop nuggets. Sometimes chat members drop nuggets, and we drop those nuggets in an attempt to open our eyes to some of the things that may be beneficial for us or our family and friends. Basically, we drop suggestions. Not even suggestions, they're just nuggets. And anything that you take as a suggestion, that's on you. You do so, you take that at your own risk. Be careful in anything new that you try. Always listen to you. Listen to you. Listen to your body. Listen to what your body is feeling. Remember it said that yesterday? Now, which one of you clucks gonna get that? And I'm not talking about clucks, everybody that comes across this live. There are 4 particular clucks that like to repeat everything I say. And I'm talking about those birds. Listen to how you feel. Yeah, listen to how you feel. Hear how you feel. Pay attention. Okay? and work off of that. Listen to how you feel. Use how you feel to determine what you do. Let your doctor know how you feel. Let him know that when you did this, it didn't feel quite comfortable, so you had to stop. You tried the modification exercise that he suggested, it didn't work. You need a different modification exercise, okay? You need a different modification exercise. Let him know. Because they're just giving you the things, they're starting you off, right? They're starting you off, trying to help you. But only you know how you feel. So if you have those lines of communication open, he or she is supposed to listen to you. And then once you let them know, they're going to tell you, okay, well, what we can do is we can do this. They're going to modify, right? They're going to modify. Just getting off work, but I made it. Hey, Larry King. Hey, Larry, how you doing? I'm about to get out of here, Larry. I'm glad you caught me. Where you been? I missed you. I miss the regular people when I don't see them, especially if you don't do content, because I'm like, I hope everything is good. Happy Friday. I hope everything is good. Anybody that comes over here and support me, whether you're a subscriber, content creator, my moderators, when I don't see you, I'm hoping that you're okay. All right? So I'm glad to see you today. Look. See there? You're a bright spot in the live. You're a bright spot in the live. Now, okay, I see you. I seen my brother Big Kane the other day, one day this week. Now, Stefan. I don't know where you at, Stefan. Stefan, Lawrence, Uno. I saw my brother Chef find his wine, James Money 615. We've been having a lot of men in the chat. And I promise you it's been peaceful. It's been peaceful. Now, I love the ladies that I love. Because they bring fun. They bring brightness. They bring conversation. Okay? They bring the positivity. Mad Dog. When she comes through, Joyelle. I'm missing Joyelle. I got to get in touch with Joyelle. Working. I work until Sunday. Woo. I work until 5 a.m. Tuesday and went back to work at 2 a.m. Wednesday. Ooh, woo. So basically, you got off early Tuesday morning and kind of went back late Tuesday night / Wednesday morning, which technically was Wednesday, but when it's that early, that's like Tuesday night. I understand. I get it. We got to work. That's what I was just talking about. People on this app trying to make the few little coins, willing to backstab, rob, cheat, and steal content instead of just going to work, okay, and going viral on this app if they can, and just doing things that they enjoy on the app for fun, or for educational purposes, informational purposes, but for fun. Y'all, I hope that you guys have a wonderful weekend, okay? I want you to remember, take advantage of those what words? The R words, the words that start with R. Release, relax, okay? Release, relax. Relate to the things that you can, to the things that you can't. I know it's easier said than done, but try not to overstress about it, okay? I know you're gonna stress because we're humans. That's what we do. Stress it's natural, okay? It's natural to stress. Have stress. Sometimes there's happy stress as well. Okay, so hopefully if you have any stress, it's happy stress. Planning for a wedding is stressful, a happy stress, a graduation. But we also have those other stressful things, so try your best to deal with them as well as you can. Resolve the things that you can, the things that you can't. God knows that He's got you. Okay, remember who you are, remember who you were, remember who you want to be. All right? Replenish your soul, your heart, mind, body, and soul. Physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. Your heart, mind, body, and soul. Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally. Replenish. Right? Restore some things that have been calm but were good for you. You want to revisit those things. Remember what those things were. Revisit those things and restore those things. Reconstruct some things. Reevaluate some things that you're doing. Compare them to some things that you did and to what you want to do. So reevaluation, self-evaluation. Know that four-letter word self, we talk about that one too. Sometimes we have to do some reevaluation, right? Reevaluate something. We come up with something and say we're going to do this that way and this way and that way and this way. And sometimes we have to reevaluate, right? Repurpose, right? Recognize, remove yourself from certain situations, from certain things, remove certain things out of your environment, right? Remove certain things out of your environment. Census is my full-time job, and oh, you cut grass part-time? Listen, see what I'm talking about, Larry? Sometimes people just got to be moving, and that's a good thing. You got to keep moving. To keep moving and to always be moving is a good thing. Now, you got to take your moments where you rest, but a lot of times people feel like their movement is their rest. That's their me time, right? That's why I don't do my full exercises daily on here, because that's my me time. That's my me time. That's my time to go full throttle. To increase the highest, just to go. The intensity is different. I promise you, it's not this walk and talk stuff, okay? The intensity is different. But sometimes people get that me time in just by doing something else. Especially people who love their jobs. Like, to them, their job is more than a job. It's just like, it's their career. Sometimes, a lot of times we talk about how we hate our jobs or don't like our jobs or kind of get worn out. And sometimes it's not that you don't like it, that you hate it, but sometimes you get burned out. But sometimes we find those things that are work, but they're pleasurable work. We can find things that are work, but we love it so much, it's not even like it's work. And even something like cutting grass can be that, because it can be so relaxing. You're getting a job done. Your yard is looking good. Your yard is looking nice. You're making somebody else's yard look nice. You're getting paid to do it. But the actual work in itself can be your relaxation. That can be your relaxation. Correct. You have to, you have to rededicate and remotivate your, come on, Larry, to the cause. Exactly. Rededicate and remotivate. And that's why I've been saying for the past few weeks, motivate yourself. Find something that you used to do that you don't do anymore and start doing it again. That brought you joy, that brought you relaxation, that brought stress relief. Find something that helps to lower those cortisol levels. Cortisol is a hormone that the body needs, but you don't need it in excess. We want to increase, what we want to increase though, the hormones that we do want to increase are those endorphins. Those feel-good hormones, those feel-good mood, those make you feel good. You get out there and you exercise, and then you're tired, like right after you stop. But by the time you get through your cool down, you feeling good. Those mood stabilizers, those feel-good hormones, those natural drugs that your body creates. So those R words are something else. That four-letter word self-motivate, self-educate. First and foremost, self-love, self-dedication, first self-commitment. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself first. Me, I'm putting God first, family next. But sometimes you got to put you first in order to continue to do the things that you feel like God wants you to do, and to continue to do the things that are conducive to helping your family and to helping you be a better person. So sometimes you have to put self first, because you guys know, if you have your parents, your kids, usually we're putting family first. We're not thinking of it that way, but when we look back over the day and weeks and just over the things that we do, we put them first. We put them first, and we love it. We put them first with ease. But it's okay to, that word self, remember, it's okay to be selfish as well. Self-love, self-dedication, self-commitment, right? Self-worth, self-respect, self-improvement. And it's okay to be selfish. It's okay to be selfish. So I'm about to get out of here, you guys. Okay? Thank you so much, Larry, for coming in, contributing so much to the live. I tell you guys, I make the live. You make the live too. You make the live. Together we make the live. And we try to make these lives as good as they can be. Whether it's 2 in here, or the days we got 12 in here, or sometimes 20 in here. But what I've realized is I had 2,000 in here one time. But guess what was happening when I had 2,000? They was waiting for me to go off on somebody. So that really, 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 really reaffirmed the fact that it's not the app, it's the people. People love shit, okay? People love shit. Excuse the word, but people love shit. And 9 times out of 10, the main people that come when something like that is about to pop off, or they feel like, or they anticipate, those are the main people that say they don't like mess. But they don't come. They know about you, but they don't come because you're not talking about somebody. You're not bad-mouthing somebody. You're not browbeating somebody. You're not critiquing somebody. You're not criticizing somebody. Ain't that a damn shame? But if they think that you've had a spat, you'll get a whole boatload on a wagon. Y'all ever see the little, what is it, the meme of the wagon? When they say people that jumped on the bandwagon so much till they falling off the wagon. You'll see a whole 2-3 wagons of them hanging from the side, trying to get back on, falling the side. Some got their seat and they ready. They ready. So I would much rather have the opposite. Much rather have the opposite. Larry says, you are so very welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's like 57 minutes. We've been on here 57 minutes. I might as well go ahead and make it an hour. I think we've done all our closing words. I've reminded you guys of the R words that I love over here. The SELF, that 4-letter word self, that can be a prefix for so many words. We'll repeat those again. Self-love, first and foremost. Okay? Self-love, self-dedication, self-commitment. Like Larry says, self-motivation. Do some self-evaluating. Work on your self-esteem, self-respect. All right? Self-confidence. And when somebody tells you they're tired of positivity, tell them they can get the You do a sorry Miss Jackson on them. Tell them they and they whoever can get the okay? Because I'm telling you, those be the main ones that talk about they love it, but they don't come until they see a lot of negativity. Or they get mad if they can't make you be with the psh, okay? So you just got to keep moving. Just like when I tell y'all about exercising, about your cardiovascular activities. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Keep moving. Stay moving. Keep moving, grooving, and improving. You hit a standstill. You hit a point where you don't see any results, whether your goals are for weight loss, whether your goal is to help your emotional health, your mental health, or whether your goal is just to be fit, to improve your fitness level. If you feel like you've been doing that and all of a sudden you don't feel that way anymore, you've hit a block, kind of like a writer's block, you feel like you're at a standstill, just change up what you're doing. Change up what you're doing. Just change up what you're doing. So look at the legs move. Before we get off here, I always got to tell you, look at the legs move. Watch the legs move. Get up, move your legs, move your arms, move that waist, okay? Put some pep in this step. Put a switch in the hips, okay? Move those shoulders up and down, up and down. Move those shoulders up and down, up and down, up and down. Big Bird, I'm waiting for you to say it. Move those shoulders up and down, up and down, forward, around and around, backwards, backwards. And y'all, when I reference those birds, I just be being petty because they be being petty. I be being petty because they be being petty. I be being petty because they be being petty. Because I'm going to tell you, sometimes you see certain things that does bother you. So the best way around those things is to make light of them. 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 You try not to let things bother you. And again, what do we say? When we say things like that, we also back it up with that's easier said than done. Right? But that's okay. That's okay. If it bothers you, find a way to respond that doesn't bother you. Find a way to respond that's lighthearted. Find a way to respond that doesn't bother you. Find a way to respond that's lighthearted. Find a way to respond that makes you smile. Find a way to respond that makes you giggle. Find a way to respond that makes you laugh. Find a way to respond that makes you feel better about it. Find a way to respond that makes you feel like you've gotten it off your chest a little bit. And if they keep doing it every day, you respond every day if you choose to. If you don't, don't. But try not to let it consume you and make you mad. Because see, then that's when those cortisol levels start to creep up. The stress creeps up over people who don't even know you. When you're in the grocery store, I know we're all, not all, a lot of us are so stubborn. I'm not going to move until he moves or she moves. I started looking at it like this. Move because you don't want to be around them, okay? Don't stay in a spot to make a point to somebody. If you're in the grocery store and the person comes and just staring there and breathing down your neck, are you going to just stand there to make the point that you're not going to move, that you're immovable? No. Move in a way. When you move, don't just walk off. Move and say what you want to say, or move in a way that lets them know. They ticked you off, okay? But move away. Don't stand there and let them stay on your heels, breathing down your neck. That's the alternative. So be petty. Move and let them know. Maybe they won't stand behind the next person so closely in line. Okay? So when people do little things like that, let them know. But some people don't like for you to say anything. But guess what? You got freedom of what? Speech. And you can tell them, well, you're too close. You're in my personal space. And you mad now that I chose to move? It can be something as simple as that, y'all. Sometimes you know, as adults should tell a person when they're overstepping. They're moving into your personal space. Even if it's your online space. We have online space. Each of us have a platform. If you're a subscriber, you have a platform. So tell them they're moving into your space. Tell them when they're moving into your space. Yeah, just tell them. You're moving into my space. Like, you need to back up. You're moving into my space. Let them know. Let them know. Some people don't like for you to tell them stuff. Even when it's something that doesn't hurt them, you're just telling them, you're in my space. You're in my space. So I'm going to get out of here, y'all. It's been an hour and 3 minutes. Thank you again, Larry. Thank you to each and every person that came through here. You guys have a wonderful weekend. And remember, peace, positivity, and prosperity. Because without peace, there is chaos. As we can see in these United States today, a mayor of Newark, New Jersey was arrested. Ain't that about a... Okay, because without peace, there's chaos. Without positivity, there's negativity. And wherever negativity and chaos hold hands, lock arm in arm, and roam around together, that could cause you to fail to prosper to your fullest potential. I'm not going to say it's going to cause you not to prosper, but you want to prosper to your fullest potential. So when you allow chaos and negativity to hold too much space, it interferes with your peace, and it can interfere with you prospering. Okay? So peace, positivity, and prosperity. Practice those 3 things. Focus on those 3 things so that you can walk and talk purposefully, peacefully into your purpose. Bye, y'all.